And now shifting our focus to South Sudan, which has been riddled with internal conflicts and problems. Now the country's president, Salva Kiir, has fired his 2 vice presidents as well as the nation's spy chief and several other ministers. In the latest reshuffle of senior officials in the government that was formed after a peace deal in 2018, Kiir has sacked James Eager, a veteran politician and general who had been the vice president since 2013, and Hussein Abdelbagi, an opposition figure who was in the position since 2020. Additionally, the president fired Akek Tong, who had been the head of national security for only 4 months. Now, the dismissals were announced in a series of presidential decrees read on the state broadcaster, where no reason was given for the drastic and abrupt move. The decree also announced that President Kiir had appointed Benjamin Bomel, a close advisor and ally who was sanctioned by the US in 2017 for alleged corruption, to replace one of the vice presidents. Now, experts believe Kiir's latest move to shake up the country's corridors of power is aimed at consolidating his power within the ruling party, ahead of the long-delayed elections which are expected to be held next year. Moreover, this is not the first time that the president has reshuffled the officials and appointed allies. Nearly 2 months ago, President Kiir fired the head of the country's military as well as the police chief. Now, this was after there were alleged disquiet within the army ranks, and he also fired the central bank's governor. In October last year, President Kiir dismissed his National Security Service head. In August of 2022, Kiir removed the finance minister and another central bank governor from their posts. Now, the latest move to fire the vice presidents and the spy chief comes at a time when speculations have reportedly grown in South Sudan that Kiir, who is 73 years old, may be preparing for an exit soon owing to health concerns. Bomel is allegedly seen as the president's first choice to succeed him if he is forced to quit, and this is despite the fact that South Sudan has 4 more vice presidents, some of whom are opposition leaders. To give some context, President Kiir and his rival, First Vice President Riek Machar, had united in the government under a 2018 peace deal that had ended a 5-year civil war with other opposition figures holding key posts. Now, national elections have since been delayed twice as disagreements between Kiir and Machar have complicated the implementation of the peace process. Furthermore, South Sudan remains in the grip of a humanitarian crisis because of sporadic violence, food insecurity, poor health care, and extreme weather. And its economy has also been depressed since the civil war that erupted in 2013. Amidst all of this chaos, there has also been rumors of a foiled coup attempt against the president of the East African country. So this has raised the question, was this abrupt reshuffling of the vice presidents and spy chief a move to replace critics and strengthen position in the government? Or is President Kiir really looking at his succession plan ahead of the 2026 elections?
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout the week. Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.